I'm not proud of this, but we don't do any marketing. We're not present on social media, but our wedding started going viral. The first event and the next event, etc. And it was something completely out of our control. And we started getting more and more requests. We are Switzerland's leading destination wedding planning company, and I have been living in Switzerland for the past 30 years, or a little bit longer, I suppose. I came here to follow love, and that's how I started my life here. I first got into the restaurant business. I was in the restaurant business for a very long time, and I used to own restaurants in the Engadine Valley. We started designing restaurants for clients, a well-known clientele. And I just stumbled upon weddings. One of the hotels asked me if why I wouldn't be interested in doing weddings, and that's how I started weddings.
So it's funny, isn't it, how we all fell into it and now we all have such a deep love for it.
Serendipity.
Yeah, exactly. How long have you been running your wedding film business then?
We really started working together with incredible clients since after COVID. We did weddings before COVID, just a few projects here and there, but we truly got into the wedding planning space after COVID. So that must have been 2022. One thing led to the other. I'm not proud of this, but we don't do any marketing. We're not present on social media, but our wedding started going viral. The first event and the next event, etc. And it was something completely out of our control. And we started getting more and more requests. And we have always been selective in the weddings that we do. We don't plan that many weddings because we want to maintain the quality and the standards that we abide by actually with our clients. We don't do any marketing. I'm not saying that out of pride, but it is something that it's my personality. I'm a very private person, so I bring private into my business life as well. I just cannot bring myself to post on social media. I keep saying that to my team that I will change that, and I should, because we get all our weddings thanks to social media. But even our most viral wedding which got more than 48 million views, we didn't post that wedding even once.
It's the clients.
The clients, magazines reach out to us, publications reach out to us, and of course we love it when our weddings get posted, and we love the love and attraction that we receive on social media, but it is not intentional.
What do you love the most about planning weddings?
The connections that we build with our couples and the families. The moment when the bride and the groom, they walk into that space that we create so lovingly for them, and there's a moment of stillness and quietness, a moment which gives all of us goosebumps. I guess that's what I love most about seeing that incredible joy on the faces of the people that we worked so long with to basically give their emotions tangibility. That is what we love most.
What do you think makes Switzerland stand out as a luxury wedding location?
Switzerland is a luxury brand. I wouldn't know why any would want to market it as anything other than a luxury brand. So let's get that out of the way. And for me, luxury, I define luxury as something intentional. It is not excess for me, because when luxury becomes excess, it turns into vulgarity, and that is not what we stand for. Switzerland for me is something rare. It's beautiful, it's cinematic, it's the mountains, they offer scale and enigma and texture to the landscape. You're a photographer, you should know that clear skies don't make the landscape interesting, it's the clouds, right? When you add texture, and mountains add so much character and texture to the landscape. The lakes are so calm, but yet so mysterious and enigmatic. It's absolutely beautiful country. The landscape is not just a backdrop at a wedding, but it's the main character. Everything functions with precision. The bride and the groom, the couples can plan or let their visions take any kind of shape and form, and Switzerland just adapts and responds. Working with nature, one also learns to respect the fact that when nature makes a decision, you have to bow down to that decision and just wing it.
Can you share a wedding that really captured the magic of Switzerland?
Every wedding. Every wedding that we do in Switzerland is different, and it captures the true beauty of Switzerland for what Switzerland represents at that particular destination and that particular moment. Everything is intentional. So for us, each and every wedding, it's like asking you to choose your favorite child. We love all the weddings that we have done, but there have been some weddings which have stood out and have resonated with the audience worldwide. But every wedding you do in Switzerland turns into something monumental.
So how do you think that local culture and venues influence weddings here in Switzerland?
The local culture and the venues should influence the weddings, because otherwise then that would be a generic wedding anywhere in the world. And we try to stay away from that. We take from the local culture, and also what we do is we work with the local culture and the local people to create something magical. You have to respect what the culture offers and what the landscape offers. There's something eclectic happens, right, where couples from a different heritage come to Switzerland and heritage meets heritage. And you know, for us, our recipe is simple. We like to bring people together in immersive spaces and make people happy.
What are the top trends in Swiss destination weddings right now?
Honestly speaking, and it might sound cliched, but I've never ever paid attention to trends. When you have that, the couple and you have the confidence in each other, you are basically just giving shape to their personalities and not following trends. Having said that, we have noticed in the past years that weddings are getting smaller, more intimate and more experiential. But as far as design is concerned, every wedding is different.
There's a pressure on wedding planners to follow trends, to post what they have. The weddings to stop being about weddings and be more about productions. How do you keep it about the authenticity of a wedding?
All our weddings are authentic. And that's why, if you compare two weddings, they don't look alike. We definitely have a signature style, but our weddings do not look like each other. Each wedding looks different because each client, each couple comes with a different expectation. And we spend a lot of time together with our couples, hours and hours and weeks, and we do that, they're very intentionally. I would say 3 months before the wedding or 4 months before the wedding, the couple leaves everything entirely up to us. The budgets, the design, every aspect of the wedding creation is left to us. And that's where their vision we translate using our signature style. For us, it's obviously not about the impression that we make or the production, etc. Especially because as I pointed out earlier, that we are not engaging on any marketing gags or gigs, etc. We're just doing our work with keeping the couple's vision in mind.
How do you balance luxury expectations with authentic Swiss experiences?
They're both the same to me. It's just, it's semantics basically. Switzerland is a luxury experience, and the luxury expectations are, guests are coming to Switzerland for the luxury experience. They want the Swiss promise of, efficiency, quality, and beauty.
Which wedding are you most proud of and why?
Each and every wedding. I'm proud of each and every single wedding that we have done, because we put our blood, sweat and tears into each and every project, and we are so mindful of every little detail, and our weddings are a global project basically. Now our next wedding, for example, our material is coming from China, from India, from Netherlands, from everywhere. We have each detail, like tablecloths and napkin rings, everything is hand embroidered. We have gone into production since 9 months, and I'm proud of that, but I'm also proud of a wedding that we did in the month of December, which we executed right from the beginning to start to finish in 3 weeks' time. And especially when things go monumentally wrong and then things become right, those weddings we're very proud of.
What's the most chaotic or unpredictable moment you've experienced at a wedding?
Oh, well, I mean, the wedding that happened in Zermatt, which went viral on social media, which had the maximum number of views we've ever had on weddings. We had really terrible stormy weather for 2 days or 1 or 2 days before the wedding, and our entire wedding, the infrastructure, the installations, they got destroyed, and we had to start everything all over again. Or another wedding we had in Montreux where 150,000 flowers came from Asia covered with caterpillars. We had to, yes. And this was like 4 days before the wedding, and we went Europe-wide getting new flowers. All our clients are fantastic, usually. We've never had difficult clients. We just tell them honestly what's going on. We keep them in the loop, and then we tell them, we give them solutions, and we just keep them in the loop, and we tell them this is what has happened and this is what we're going to do.
What inspires your creativity when planning weddings?
The clients, the guests. I'm inspired by architecture, art, culture. Culture inspires me a lot, but most importantly, people inspire me. The guests inspire me, the couple.
What is your signature style as a planner?
Bold, eclectic, risk. I love taking risks, and I don't do it at the expense of the clients. The clients want us to take risks. They want our weddings to be different. For instance, we are in the middle of planning one of our largest weddings ever, and we told the clients that they should use a certain color palette, and they should use a certain materials and in a certain destination. And the clients, they get excited. They just tell us, just go ahead and do whatever we want. Our best clients are the ones who give us full creative freedom, and they just give us carte blanche to do whatever we want. And that's a big responsibility that we take very seriously.
If you weren't in the wedding industry, what would you be doing?
I've come from the restaurant business, and I would be designing immersive spaces. Even when I was in the restaurant business, we were transporting people to a different world for just that fleeting moment. Basically, you're taking guests, you're transporting them into a different world for that fleeting moment where nothing else matters.